Hello, welcome again to Fundamentals of Project Management. Today we're going to look at the work breakdown structure. The work breakdown structure, or WBS, is a management technique of breaking the project down into a hierarchy of work. This structure is used as an input to further define the time and budget of the project. The idea is that we take the project at a higher level and we break it down into a series of components. This could be the objectives of the project, under each objective the results, and under each result a series of activities. By breaking down, we are going down to the level where we can then manage and estimate the time and budget of that lower level. This technique is one that requires the participation of the project team and some key stakeholders that can provide information about the nature of the activities required for the project. Information that you will need: the project log frame with information on the design of the project, a team or subject matter experts who have experience with similar projects, a meeting room that has all the equipment, tables and chairs that can facilitate this meeting, and WBS from a similar project that you can use as an example. The project manager can facilitate a session or a series of sessions to break down the project into manageable tasks with a simple material. What you will need is colored paper, or what they call as post-it notes that have a tape on it, a whiteboard or a clear wall, some markers, and participation by all. With this material, you start with the top. You place the project goal at the top objectives, and they will help set the boundaries of the project. Then you can use the markers to draw the connecting lines between these components. Next, you ask the participants to start brainstorming the results for each objective. So for objective 1, the participants start placing the different results that you need to achieve in order to get that objective. Once after all agree on the results, you ask to list the activities required to obtain each result. In this example, result 1.1 has a series of activities, result 1.2 another series of activities, and then everybody starts placing all the activities that are needed in order to achieve that result, to achieve that objective, and to achieve the goal of the project. At this moment, you ask the team to take a complete look at the structure and see if there is something missing or something that is duplicated. That's when the teams might start looking at and making an analysis of what is missing or what is duplicated in the structure. Remember, there are basic rules for a good WBS. One is that it must contain 100% of all the project work, and that includes work that not all the time is represented in the log frame. That includes work, for example, when the team has work on communications or managing risk or even training of the team. That is work, and that needs to be represented in the WBS. You cannot have duplicate elements. The level of detail enough to estimate time and cost. And follow the 80-8 rule, that the level should be no larger than 80 hours or smaller than 8 hours. That is the last level. Why? Because you don't want a BWS that has too much detail that will be impossible to manage. Having a very large WBS will only create more work that is not needed when you want to focus on results. You might need to rearrange the activities and move them around until the WBS is complete. That is the practical side of this technique, and the use of the post-it notes is that you start identifying, you start moving them around until you are happy and you know that that is the complete WBS of your project. At the end, you will have a clear picture of the project scope. That will help you then by managing all those little elements, the activities of the project. You will be able to start the implementation and be able to achieve the goal of the project. This information then you can use it to estimate the schedule, to estimate the cost of the project, and also gives you a visual representation of what are the project components. Here is an example, a real example of people working on the WS in a workshop. They are making discussions, making changes, reviewing information, and then they have a final WBS that they will be able to put it into an Excel spreadsheet so they can continue with the process of estimating the cost and the time for the project. Well, this is the end of this presentation. I hope you have enjoyed that little technique and you can use it in your own projects. Thank you very much.